Hello my friends, it's Maddie of the Girly Geek and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, nice to see ya. We've survived yet another week of this wondrous thing called life, so it's time yet again for me to decorate my planner for the upcoming week. As you can see from the sticker books I've selected, this week's spread is going to be in my favorite color palette of all time, which is blush and rose gold. If you're new here, you might not know, but I'm an absolute sucker for the combo of blush pink and rose gold. It's the theme of my desk, my workspace studio area, and my quote-unquote brand. Those are my favorite colors, and I think they look absolutely dreamy and ethereal together. So I'm going through some of my sticker books at first to try and pull some of the stickers in this theme. I'm starting off with the Happy Planners Bloom with Grace sticker book, which is fairly new and has been a new favorite addition to my collection. It's so dreamy, soft, and just lovely all together. My very favorite part of it is the foiled rose gold elements, specifically the florals. As you can see, I'm pulling a couple of them here to feature in my spread and give it a little bit of a layered look. And I also went for some of the soft blush colored ones as well in the paper. I find these soft colored spreads to be some of the most calming and relaxing. I find that I typically lean towards them when I'm stressed. So when I'm feeling a bit low and in need of some quiet, calm time, maybe I'm a little bit anxious or, having a bit of a depressive episode, I usually lean towards things that are calm and soft and just pleasant to look at. So bright colors can be fun, yes, but sometimes they're quite overwhelming, and I find it nice to lean on soft colors and pastels when I'm feeling particularly overwhelmed. As I'm pulling my stickers, you can see I'm leaning towards having quite a few colorful boxes in the colors of the spread, just to write down, my daily tasks and to-dos or appointments. It's not a particularly super busy week, but there's a couple things going on. It's back to school for the little one, and then I have quite a couple doctor's appointments and things like that, so there's a lot to write down. At this point, I'm going through a couple of sticker books from some other places, not the Happy Planner for once. This one is from Kaisercraft, which is a craft store here in Australia, and the one I was previously looking through was from Officeworks. Both of these kind of suit the theme of blush pink and rose gold, so I'm just going through and plucking out anything I think will suit the spread. So I've finished selecting all my stickers, and now I'm trying to figure out where I want to put everything. I think that this is probably the most annoying step for me, just watch back, because you can see how hard I'm thinking about this stuff, how many times I move things, how much of a perfectionist I am. It can be quite excruciating seeing me move the same few pieces around for like 5 minutes, but there's a method to my madness. I have a vision in my head, and it takes a while to get there sometimes. I like to think that I have a good eye for balancing out the elements on the page, but sometimes it takes a bit of trial and error, a lot of trial and error. So that's what I'm basically doing here, trying to figure out how I want to layer my boxes and what kind of little clusters I want to have around my pages, and then work from there, adding more decorative elements around them, and then also figuring out where I have space to write my lists, my to-do lists and tasks for this week. Like I said, it's kind of a chill week for me this week, just focusing on doctor's appointments, normal life stuff, and surviving. So I'm thinking most of my boxes will be used to write down my appointments, And then the other things I'll write will be my daily tasks, maybe the TV shows I'm looking forward to watching this week, stuff like that. I have my regular TV shows that I watch during the week. I'm also really looking forward to the season finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier because last week's episode was insanely good, like gave me chills. It was so good. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think the Shadow and Bone adaptation is also coming to Netflix very soon. I am a big fan of the Six of Crows duology. I absolutely loved those books. They were amazing, but I actually didn't finish or get through the Grisha trilogy first, which I know a lot of people read first. And since the TV show adaptation is a mixture of both stories, I think I might need to marathon those books, like that trilogy, because I started Shadow and Bone years ago and never picked it up again. I don't know why. It was very hyped up during my days as a book blogger. You know, everyone was talking about it, and sometimes when something was too hyped up, I was pretty wary of it, or sometimes it would deter me from starting things in fear of being disappointed, if that makes sense. But that being said, Six of Crows is one of my favorite duologies ever. It's impeccable. Mwah, chef's kiss. If you're curious, I'm talking about Six of Crows and the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, which is two different sets of books set in the same world that are being adapted into a Netflix series. So I actually was a dum-dum, and a couple of years ago, I think it was 2015 or 2014 or 2015, I was at a book event here in Sydney because I was a book blogger at the time, and I won a giveaway, which was like a bag of goodies, and there are a few books in there. One of them was an ARC for Six of Crows. Six of Crows. And I didn't read it. I just had it sitting around at my house for like a while. Like, I knew it was hyped up and I knew it was going to be a cool heist story. I just hadn't read Shadow and Bone, and it slipped my mind. I was going through a busy time in my life, finishing high school, going into university, and it wasn't until a couple of years into university I finally picked up Six of Crows, and I became obsessed. And I felt so stupid for having had that arc like in advance and just absolutely neglecting it. But it happens. Anyways, so yeah, I'm considering marathoning those books, but if not, I'll be reading something else. I'm still, an avid reader, still really into contemporary and romance at the moment. I'm looking forward to a lot of new releases in the next month or two, from Christina Lauren and also Emily Henry's new book, which I need to remind myself to pre-order. I'm really excited for that one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having some reading time and also working on my reading journal. I've been working on it like intermittently for a couple of weeks, and I have been filming the process, which I really wanted to share with you guys, but I just want it to feel a little bit more complete before I do. I've only done a couple pages so far, and they are quite detailed. The footage is sped up so you can see the entire process, but I just feel like there isn't enough there yet, and I want to get a little bit more, so I'm hoping to film a bit more of that this week as well. As you can see for this spread, I'm just going ahead and adding the finishing touches to it. I'm adding some extra florals. I just went in and did some bullet points using some leftover bullet points from one of my own sticker sets from my Etsy store in the same kind of blush pink color. And I'm also going ahead and pulling some little bits from this sticker book, which is specifically the rose gold hearts, which I'm using as bullet points as well. And then I also found a couple of little bullet dots from the insides of the letters. So the parts that aren't meant to be included in the letters, I ended up using some of those as bullet points for this spread as well. At this point during the process, I'm just using my little Cricut scraper to flatten down the stickers so no edges are sticking up, because especially with clear stickers, sometimes the edges just get a little bit messed up from you using your fingers or something else, and they lose quite a bit of stick, and I hate when they lift off the page. So yeah, I use my scraper to try and scrape and push it all the way down. And then, like I said, here are the little bullets that I added from the insides of the number 9s. And I think this is pretty much it for this spread. I'm putting it back into my planner now, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a close-up at the finished look. Here it is, all finished. I am absolutely in love. It makes my heart flutter a little because it's so soft and ethereal and dreamlike, and I just love it so much, and I hope you enjoyed watching it come together. Be sure to give me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on any of the books that I mentioned, and maybe what spread you're going with for this week. I always need inspo, and I will see you guys again next week, I guess. Also, be sure to like and subscribe if you want to. Bye!